My half-sister pushed me off a snow-covered mountain, leaving me with a broken spine. My father and fiancé went crazy, rushing me to the hospital. When they found out I might never walk again, my fiancé, trying to comfort me, raised a ring and promised to take care of me for the rest of my life. My father cut all ties with my half-sister, swearing she would pay for what she had done. Later, they told me she had fallen off the cliff while trying to run away. Her body was missing in the mountains, and I believed them. However, 3 years after we got married, a video from my best friend shattered everything I thought I knew. In the video, my half-sister, who was supposed to be dead, was sitting on my husband's lap and holding a child.
Edward, thank God you helped me fake my death. If not, I would be in jail now. Has Dad said when we would get Lydia's inheritance? I can't stand hiding anymore.
Charlotte, these years have been hard on you. If it weren't for that inheritance, I wouldn't have married a cripple. As soon as we get that money, I'll bring you and our daughter back together.
It turned out that the rescue I thought I had was just another trap. The two men who were supposed to mean the world to me never really cared about me at all. And at that moment, I realized that there was nothing left to hold on to. Right after that, Bernice sent me a photo. It was a family portrait without me. My dad, Dwight, my husband, Edward, and my half-sister, Charlotte, were all beaming, like everything in their lives was perfect. It felt as if a knife had pierced my heart. I could hardly breathe from the pain. The man who promised to love me forever had a child with the person who destroyed my life. The only person in this world I could call family turned out to be nice to me just because of the inheritance my mother left behind. What a performance. They gave up the ones they truly cared about, all for money, pretending to live with a cripple like me for 3 days. Anger slowly burned through me. My trembling hands balled into fists, and I hammered them down hard onto my lifeless legs. Dwight had just come home when the fury of thumping grabbed his attention. He rushed over, his eyes full of fake concern.
Lydia, what are you doing? Why are you hitting yourself?
At Dwight's gentle concern, the emotions in my chest finally broke loose. I couldn't hold Itru Chepudak anymore and just let the tears flow.
Why is my life so cursed? I don't want to be stuck in this wheelchair forever.
As soon as Dwight saw me break down, he pulled me close in a tight embrace.
It's okay, Lydia. No matter what happens, I will always stay by your side. Besides Edward, we'll both always be here to look after you.
Back then, words like these used to make me feel like I was the luckiest girl alive to have a father and husband. But now, looking at his face, all I could see was just how utterly insincere he was. Though I already knew the answer, I lifted my head and asked, "Dad, where's Edward?" Dwight's face went stiff. His eyes flicked all over the room before he blurted,
He went out to buy you some apples.
I forced a little smile, not calling his bluff. Instead, I pulled out my phone and said quietly, "I'll call Edward." Just as I dialed Edward's number, Dwight reached over and grabbed my phone, cutting the call.
Lydia, go get some rest in your room. I'll call Edward for you later. By the time you wake up, he'll be home.
His soft tone just made everything so obvious to me. He was clearly stalling, buying time so Edward and Charlotte could enjoy their little secret rendezvous. After I was stuck in this wheelchair, Edward would sneak out whenever I napped. Every time he came back, he'd hand me some pointless little present. I used to think he was just being thoughtful, going out to get me something nice while I was resting. It turned out that he was only waiting for me to fall asleep so he could sneak to meet up with Charlotte behind my back. Pain and anger surged through me. The whirlwind of emotions was so intense that I could barely breathe. Charlotte had almost killed me, yet everyone was covering for her. I bit down hard on my tongue, letting the talc tang of blood flood my mouth before forcing myself to calm down. I saved the video and photos and reached out to Bernice for Edward and Charlotte's whereabouts. She promptly replied with the address of a photography studio. Taking a deep breath, I put on a smile and looked at Dwight. I said, keeping my voice steady, "Dad, I'm not tired. I just remembered, ever since Mom passed away, we haven't taken a family photo together. When Edward comes back, let's all go and get one taken. I know a pretty good place. Dwight's gentle face suddenly twisted up, his whole body stiffing with tension. He asked,
Lydia, how do you know about this studio? Do you have a friend who works there?
His suspicious look stung me so sharply that I almost wanted to snap at him. But even though I knew the answer, what did it matter now? The moment I made up my mind to leave, I stopped caring. I replied, "Why'd he have to side with Charlotte and hurt me like this? Was I not his daughter, too?" "No, I just stumbled on it online and thought it looked pretty decent." Dwight gave me a searching look, making sure I seemed normal, and then he finally relaxed. He tucked the blanket around my legs and gave me a loving look. He said gently,
You should get some rest. The doctor said you needed lots of sleep to recover fully.
We'll take the family photo after Edward comes back.
He added. His attention to detail was evident in everything, but I no longer felt any affection for him. I was escorted back to my bedroom, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't fall asleep. Time dragged on, and it was late at night before Edward finally came back. I moved myself into my wheelchair and reached out to open the door just a crack. Dwight and Edward were speaking quietly, but I could still hear their conversation. Dwight said,
Edward, today, Linnea suddenly mentioned taking a family photo. I'm worried she might have figured something out. Honestly, it's about time Charlotte and Bella joined us as one family.
Edward pressed his lips together, thinking hard.
I doubt Lydia knows anything yet, but you're right. We should move up our plans. Bella should be starting school now, but she still doesn't have her official papers.
We can't let this stretch on anymore.
Edward asked.
But how are we supposed to make Lydia willingly give up her mother's inheritance?
Dwight went quiet, seeming deep in thought. After a long stretch, his eyes suddenly sparked with an idea. He murmured,
Remember how we purposely didn't cure her back then? Part of it was to keep her too sick to stir up trouble for Charlotte, but the real reason was so we'd have leverage when the time came.
Edward giggled.
Right, we'll just say we've found some miracle doctor who could actually treat her condition. Of course, it'll cost an arm and an A.
Edward added.
Whether it actually helps her, well, we'll just leave it to fate. If it doesn't work out, we can always keep her around for life.
When I heard Edward's eerie laugh, it felt like I was being thrown straight into hell, my heart freezing with bitterness. Even though they got their way, they still planned to keep me trapped and crippled for life, easy to push around whenever they felt like it. Too bad for them. They didn't even realize they'd already been found out. I was not the sacrificial lamb they were hoping for anymore. It turned out that I could be cured. They were dangling my health like bait, trying to use it against me. I wiped away the silent tears sliding down my cheeks, braced myself, and crawled back into bed. After finishing their discussion, Edward pushed the door open and set the caramel apple on my nightstand. He said,